So I'm Sacha and we bought this house last July. It was a full renovation throughout, inside and out. We knew it needed new windows and doors, and that was one of the first things that we started to look into. Truthfully, we did shop around a little bit, but Elglaze stood out from the get-go. We were fortunate enough to even get to speak to the owner, Steve, and he was just great. They were the most contactable and personable, easiest to reach. We needed the bay window preparing because being a full renovation, the bay window was starting to fall out a little bit, so that had to be propped up. We were then in discussions with Wayne, who came round, and we were talking about whether we keep it as a bay window or we change it to just a flat facing window. And the patio door was also very tricky where we have two young children. It was a slide and it was so old and stiff that they were finding it very hard to do themselves. With Elglaze, the initial contact was great. It was very streamlined, very smooth, and they sent their sales rep round, but we found he wasn't pushy, which we liked. It was all natural, it was all, these are options for you, talk you through it, talk you through the different window designs as well. We had one pane at the top and one down the side, and perhaps going for something with two panes down the side is going to be a bit more timeless, a bit more convenient where we are renovating, and it's just going to last us a bit longer, a bit more modular for us. Jordan and Jeff came round to do the initial installations. At this point we hadn't ordered the front door and we hadn't started work on the extension, we were just doing the main house. They were here at the crack of dawn, but for us that was fantastic. It meant that they could get a lot done in a day, and before we were taking the kids to school, half the windows were already out. So the kids were having a great time getting to watch that as well. What we really appreciated is we were out for the day at work, and when we came home we had a call from them to say that one of the windows had a mark on it that they weren't happy with. Didn't identify which one. We went round, checked the whole house. We couldn't spot it. But do you know what? We totally appreciated that they were that honest and that proud of their work and held it to such a high standard that they were happy to rectify it, even though we couldn't have noticed and they could have got away with it. So once we had the main house done, we then were deciding on the front door, which took a lot of time, a lot of effort on our part. It's a big decision. We weren't too sure what we wanted. We looked at all the options and we narrowed it down to something that we felt was timeless and going to last, because it's not the sort of thing you really want to be buying every 2 years or so. And Wayne, the sales rep, was very patient with us, very tolerant with us, and just a good guy. He helped us and showed us the options in the branch. We were invited without hesitation. And then when it came to installation day, we had the front door done in and out in a morning, done before lunchtime. We then moved on to the extension, and with the extension we were deciding whether we were going to even keep the extension, knock it down and rebuild it. So that's why there was a little hesitation there, but we didn't have any hesitation in continuing to use Elglaze for that. We had help with the design of the window and choosing the correct doors that were best for our lifestyle and our family. And again, done in a morning, in and out, all the waste disposed of. Fantastic. I'm so happy with the end results. We've got air vents that we didn't have before. There's no worry about damp or condensation in the house, which was a problem when we moved in for the full renovation. The doors are so much easier to use and so much more aesthetically pleasing when it comes to the front door as well. We're just so happy. The after sales team have been great. If ever we've had a problem or a query, no matter how silly, even when I've told them they can laugh at me, they've not laughed and they've been great and they've responded. I do nothing but recommend Elglaze to family and friends. Even if they post on social media, I'm just going to tag them and recommend them because I don't know how else to say thank you.